Hello, my name is Clifford, and this is my package design and branding presentation for Darkwave Soap. Darkwave Soap is a company that creates all natural moisturizing soap with anti-aging ingredients, and their soap is specifically formulated for sun-sensitive skin. Now, this brand identifies as clean, pure, exotic, secret, goth, smooth, sophisticated, organic, elegant, and natural. Their target demographic is females ages 15 to 35, and I really created some profiles highlighting characteristics of their average consumer. Typically, this demographic leans more towards new age, spirituality, cruelty free products that contain all natural ingredients, clean eating, and clean living. Now, dark wave soaps appeal to these people because it appeals to a wide range of women from different walks of life, and they have products for just about everybody. With that said, here are some of my inspirations when it comes to the skincare market with logo and package design. Now, I love a lot of these, how they have a retro feel and look, but most importantly, if you look at these, they are all bold and they are clean, right? They're not super busy or have too much going on, and the use of color and type is on point. Now, with dark wave soap, they're unique in this market, but they still have competition. And when you look at these are dark wave's top competitors and their logos. Now look at, you see good use of word or logo type. You see good use of shape and color. So this is what you need to do. You need to research and see what's working for other companies and make it better, right? So with that in mind, when it comes to fonts, choosing a good font is crucial. For display fonts, I chose Druk Wide, Impact, and Roboto because they're clean, bold, and easy to read. And for info level fonts or body fonts, I chose Times New Roman, Arial, and Helvetica for the same reasons. Very clean, very easy to follow. So now we're getting into the sketches, right, for the logo lockup. And I'm working on icons here. So I wanted to highlight the curves and fluidity of water, especially as you see it in nature. But I also wanted to incorporate the moon for a few reasons. Its representation of feminine energy, the direct relationship it has with the ocean and the tides. It's an ancient symbol in many practices, so it falls in lines with the brand very well. It also, it plays into other ancient symbols. So even look here, you have the scarab beetle, right, with the wings of Isis, representing immortality and protection. And the lotus flower, or the flower of life, a beautiful flower that grows on top of the water. And all these elements go directly and tie directly into the brand. So with that in mind, now we move forward. I picked three that I like the best, and these are some iterations from the first concept. So basically here I have an icon of a woman with her hands reaching towards the sky. She's reaching towards the moon, and I experimented with a lot of different shapes and styles that I thought fit well, and I didn't want it to be too cliche. So moving from that to the second concept, it's pretty much centered around ancient Egyptian symbology with the scarab beetle and the wings of the goddess Isis, and this is really meant to be a celebration of the divine femininity, protection, and immortality. So this fits the brand very well and adds a very unique level of depth to the brand. However, this third concept is my absolute favorite. Here we have a very simple lotus icon, or the flower of life. This is a flower that grows on top of the water. It is beautiful, but most importantly, it is highly recognized. So when people see it, they know what it is. And those reasons are all why I chose this. It embodies what dark wave is as a soap. So now that I've chosen my favorite from each concept, I added them to the templates to see how they would look. And overall, I think they transfer very well to the stationery and business cards. But the favorite, as you can see, is the lotus flower. And that transferred very well. So this is my final logo lockup for Darkwave Soap. I created it in black and white to make sure everything worked. And then I went in to build my color palette. So for Dark Wave, they have a purplish magenta color, and I had to create relationships for that. So I have every color relationship, and I know what I'm working with. So after doing that with a whole lot of magic and a lot of swapping shades, I landed on this for the final logo for Dark Wave. So now that we have the logo, we have the color palette, it's time to do some package designing. So now that I have all the color relationships, I really chose a color palette that played off of those the best. And when I started creating the business cards, I wanted to incorporate the logo in a simple design. I didn't want anything too busy. I wanted the fluidity of water, and to give the design, to really back it up, to make it pop. So here you go. It's the lotus on top of the waves. You have the waves on the bottom. So you have the fluidity, you have nature, you have the flower of life. It speaks to the brand. And I carried the same idea into the stationery to tie everything together. Now, with the envelope, I kept it really simple, because those envelopes that you get in the mail all the time that are super bright and super colors and have all this stuff, a lot of it's spammy, So I didn't want to fall into that trap. And when you tie it all together, here's the stationery, the business cards, and the envelope, so you can get an idea. So the final step of this was designing the package, and this was really fun. So I took the simplicity route again. I came up with 3 different roughs that incorporate different vibes and feels based on color, because it had the same design, right? So I didn't want the package to be too busy. And as you can see, right, with these design roughs, they're essentially the same. However, the color changes the feel. And that led me to the combination I felt worked the best, and it created a lot of contrast using colors that do not blind you, right? Still captures your attention. So throw it all together, and this is the final product. I'm really proud of how this turned out. I put a lot of research work and thought into this, and I've learned so much along the way. So this is my presentation. Thank you for taking this journey with me, and I look forward to seeing you all in future classes.